Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Super quick video on a Saturday, which I don't normally do, but I feel like I have to make this quick video to really share with you the buying opportunity in the US banking sector and US banks. Now I know I talked about this in my May picks of the month video, but I want to just do a quick one here to show you in depth really what kind of deals there are. And then I'll show you the ETFs or the covered call US banks ETF and even split funds you could purchase to really capitalize on this opportunity. Don't forget, Warren Buffett says you got to be greedy when there's fear, right? When people are fearful, and there's definitely fear in the US banking sector, but who knows how long it will last. As usual, it will be very short. So it doesn't take a genius to figure it out. I mean, if you look at some of these banks, your Bank of America, this is a really big one. All these charts are the last 6 months, by the way, minus 26%. Goldman Sachs, minus 16%. That's more of an investment bank, however. Wells Fargo, another big one, minus 16%. Citigroup, minus 4.8%. Then we get into where there's more opportunity, obviously the smaller, more regional banks. But if you look at these market caps, they're still very, very, very big. So PNC, minus 30% here. US Bancorp, minus 30%. Truist Financial, minus 38%. M&T Bank, minus 32%. You know, these are getting a bit smaller and smaller here, but still 16 billion, 18 billion. Fifth Third Bancorp, wow, that's a weird name, minus 32%. Regions, 28%. Huntington Bankshares Incorporated, minus 35% in the last 6 months. Key Corp, minus 50%. First Horizons, 58%. East West, minus 32%. JP Morgan, the biggest one, is actually up 1.59%. I know they recently rescued one bank. First Citizens Bank shares, I don't know what happened here. This one is up 60% heavily. So an exception of what's happening. But you could kind of see the trend, right? If you look at the BMO Equal Weight US Banks Index ETF, which is just an index style ETF that has all the US banks, or the bigger ones, I guess, is down about 33% in the last 6 months. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out there is fear in the market. So what are the income-oriented covered call funds we could get or invest in to capitalize? Well, there's 3 covered US bank covered call ETFs on the Canadian market. Of course, there's ZWK, the biggest and most popular one here, which is at an outstanding. This is as of May 5th, but I'm sure it's approximately this 12% yield. Pretty crazy. This is a big ETF here. I won't go through the holdings for each one. I want to make this a quick video. You could go through them, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of those banks that we've looked at. MER is 0.72. So this is one you could definitely get. I know, a lot of people have talked about getting this in the Facebook group. People of BMO ETFs, it's probably more, they're more conservative with their cover call strategy. But there's also other options. There's HUBL from Harvest, which has a yield of a little over 10%. This one's actually not so bad. In the last 6 months, it's minus 31%, whereas ZWK is actually minus 36%. Pretty crazy. Also, don't forget that HUBL, this one here from Harvest, is one of the 6 ETFs in HDIF or in HRIF, which is HDIF without the 25% leverage. So if ever you want maybe some indirect exposure, you don't want to, you find getting a specific US banks ETF is too risky, you can get indirect exposure by purchasing HDIF, because as you'll see in the portfolio, HUBL is one of the ETFs. And if you haven't caught the last video where I interview Michael Kovacs, he has no intention of removing HUBL. So this is one I've been picking up lately a lot because it's been put under pressure a little bit because of that US banks ETF in there. So this is another great option. And for the third pure covered call US banks option, you have Call from Evolve ETFs. This is actually the one not only with the highest yield. So right now, I'm filming this on May 15th here, and the market is closed. This one, the monthly distribution is 12.5 cents. If we multiply that by 12 to get the annual, it's $1.50. So what is the current yield on 10/12? Well, it's almost 15% yield. So it's 15% yield, and it's got the lowest MER out of all 3 of them at 0.68. So call MER 0.68, HUBL, Hubble is 0.98 MER. By the way, that's the one from Harvest, and then ZWK is at 0.72. So I will disclose, this is not something I normally do, but I decided, you guys know in the last portfolio unveiled video, I've been picking up a lot of HDIF, but I also invested last week $5,000 into call, and I got it under $10, and I have a yield of over 15%. So I decided to put 5 grand into call to really capitalize on these low prices, which means very, very high yield. Of course, hopefully the distribution remains the same. I can't say that it will be, but hopefully it will. So those are the 3 pure US banks covered call ETFs you could invest in. HDIF or HRIF is an indirect way of getting it as well. But if you're feeling a bit lucky, you could also get FTN or FFN especially. So FTN and FFN are split share funds which do have some US banks. So FTN has about 37% right now. This is as of February 2023, so it's fairly updated. So it has JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citigroup. Pretty much has the big 5 in here. It doesn't have a lot of the smaller, medium-sized bank that we saw earlier, but even the big ones are kind of under pressure. Unfortunately, I'm filming this on the 15th, and they'll probably update it tomorrow, just my luck. But you always got to make sure to check out what the NAV is and then compare it to the stock price, right? So the NAV of the Class A shares is going to be 1741 or whatever this number is, minus $10 approximately. So right now, let's say it would be 741 as of April 28th. Stock price is 877. You're still buying it at a premium, but the yield is really, really high on FTN right now. It's over 17%. On FFN, this is really going to be your most extreme option if you're really feeling lucky, because right now it's under $15 unit NAV, which means it's not paying out a distribution until this goes over 15. But this one has actually more in US banks here. It has 53% in US banks, 37 in Canadian. So this is going to be has even more exposure to the US banks. And let me just see here if my mind, I can't really remember the distribution. When this does pay, the distribution is 0.11335. So let's do times 12. Yeah, it's $1.36. $1.36 is the annual distribution rate of FFN if the distribution is being paid out. And if the unit NAV here is, let's say it's approximately the same. Now it's 404. Well, check it out. It's 395 right now. So let's say you pick up some shares at 395 or at $4. Let's say you pick up shares at $4. If and when it starts paying out, your yield that you would book is 34% yield. So that's going to be your most extreme option if you're feeling lucky. But personally, I've been picking up a lot of HDIF and call as well. So what you decide to do is up to you, but I'm just giving you my 2 cents here. Great opportunity in the US bank sector. Hey, don't go yet. I have some important reminders, including some more recent ones, and I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. And for everything that I'm about to discuss, the links and info are in the video description below. So first of all, if you didn't know yet, I do offer a one-on-one coaching session where you'll have a 1-hour Zoom call with me where you could ask me all the questions you want, and I'll help you and assist you best I can. Just remember that I am not a licensed or registered financial advisor or planner. So to book a session, go on my website, passiveincomeinvesting.ca, and right there on the homepage on the left-hand side, there is a small video. Watch that video to know how to book a one-on-one properly with yours truly. Also on my website, you could purchase my digital product, the Ultimate DIY Investing Package, which is on version 4 right now. It comes with lifetime updates, so you only have to buy it once. And this is really a reference tool or a companion tool to help you build your own portfolio according to your needs and your objectives. It has lists of funds. It has sample portfolios for both Canadian investors and American investors. So make sure to check it out on my website. I actually created a video which shows the product from A to Z because I don't want you to spend money unless you know exactly what you're getting. So make sure to check that video out on my website. And don't take my word for how good it is. Check out the reviews. There's over 300 of them and they are all 100% real reviews. So here's some more updated news or recent news. I am now on Blossom, a new investing app designed for investors. I've been using it for a few weeks now. I think it's really, really great. It has a really cool feature where users could actually add and share their portfolios and what they're buying and selling every day. So you could actually link your investing account so it's updated automatically on a daily basis. I recently added my own main portfolio so you could follow how my portfolio is doing live and what I buy every month. Really, really cool. It's like a mix of Facebook and Twitter, but specifically for investing. So get on your phone, click on the link in the video description below and download the app. It's 100% free, so you too could share your portfolio. Just remember to look for me and follow me. My username is Adrian, PII altogether. Also, I do have a referral link for Questrade, so you could get $50 worth of free stock purchases. This is the Canadian discount broker that I use and I recommend. Unlike Wealthsimple, the other popular discount broker in Canada, you could drip everything you want. It has all the stocks and it also has dual currency accounts. Very, very convenient if you're buying both Canadian stocks and American stocks. I have a Questrade video, by the way, which gives you a little tour of the features, so make sure to check that out. I also have a referral link for Passive. This is the portfolio tracking tool that I use to consolidate all our accounts to get a nice bird's eye view, so you can consolidate all the information together for easy tracking and stats as well. Also, our Facebook group, Passive Income Investing, is now an invite-only private group. So to join it, you need to click on the link in the video description below and give the group a like to get invited. So we take pride in making this one of the best investing Facebook groups out there with over 13,000 members. There's no scams, there's no spammers, and negative and doomsday people, we kick them out right away. Also, follow us on Instagram if you want a little bit more of our personal journey here in Panama. And lastly, just remember everyone, I am not a licensed or registered financial advisor. This channel is all about my personal investing journey and how I invest to generate high passive income from a diversified portfolio of high yield funds. It's for educational purposes only, so don't forget to do your own research and due diligence. And of course, stay safe everyone, stay healthy, and of course, stay passive. See you next time.